Check out this beautiful BC sunset. Very nice. So, just over 250 miles today. Rode the first like 100 of them with my buddy Tangy there, him leading the way into Fort Nelson, and had a great ride. It was great riding behind Tangy there. I filmed him a decent amount with the GoPro and that British Columbia scenery as the backdrop, which was great, and just everything about it was amazing. It was nice to be riding with. It was nice to camp with somebody. That's the first. Again, there's been like trailers at the other end of a parking lot and stuff like that. But I haven't, specifically camped with somebody this entire trip. And so it was nice having some company, and he had fired up a stove in the morning, made coffee, and so we had coffee at the campsite, which was great. And again, just good visiting with him. He's a very cool young man. It's just it's such a blessing getting to know him a little bit out here. Yeah, so riding, following him, just a couple things. Saw caribou. I saw 2 caribou today. And, we both saw, he didn't see the second one. The second one had already crossed the road, it looked like. It was kind of up in the trees a little bit. And I saw it when I pulled over. But he was, Tangy was just a little bit ahead of me. So he didn't see that one. But we both saw the first one real good. I got some GoPro footage of it. And, again, what's really exciting about that is my first caribou ever. So now I think I've pretty much seen just about all the North American big game. Except a mountain lion. I don't know if that counts or not. And again, that's another one too. I tell you, it's if I see it, I'd like to see it at a distance or going the opposite way. Yeah, I would love to see one, certainly. But yeah, that said, and then a little bit after the caribou, we saw, and they were right up on the road, some bighorn sheep, some little bighorn sheep. Looked like a mama and her young one. Like probably this year is like a yearling, and then one that was kind of in between, and that might have been one of her offspring as well. But that was cool. And Tangy had not seen a bighorn sheep. He had seen caribou actually last night coming into camp, and I think maybe an elk as well. That was his first bighorn sheep. So for both of us, that was a pretty cool morning. And then again, that ride in yesterday evening, the ride was gorgeous, and today it was so nice. Just great road, and we did have a huge long section of construction, but besides that, it seemed like it was a good road. There was some sunshine, and started to warm up, and it just felt good. It looked good. Just everything was about it was amazing riding into Fort Nelson. And 2, what was cool, BC really started to change its look. And Tangy had mentioned that, how it was, starting to look different than, say from Alaska, I think might be what he said. We started to actually see a little bit of like agriculture land, which is the first I've seen in like weeks. Saw a great old big hay field where they had the round bales, and this field was huge, and it was just full of round bales of hay, which was cool. Something else I have not seen in, I don't know, it seems like a month or so, was, tell you the truth, I don't know when the last time was. It's been a long time, and the last time I saw it, I probably didn't think much about it because it's just something you see in the summer. But all that said, they were mowing, like bush hogging along the Alaskan highway today, and I haven't seen any evidence, like I said, of mowing since I don't know when. I really don't, as I just said. Yesterday evening, though, I did see like one of the pull-offs looked like there's a fresh mow there, in the grass, and which again, I noted it last night. I thought about it in my mind, the fact that it's the first evidence of a mow I've seen. But like I said, I actually saw him mowing today, and I could smell it. Just that tall, grass along the road, grass / weeds, whatever's, mixed in there, and it had kind of a sweet smell, and it was pleasant. And just ride along again in that sunshine and the blue sky and the big white clouds. Again, as Uncle Ted says, made me feel warm and good inside. It really did. And that said, also, I should add that here this past week riding into Whitehorse, sunny day. This past Thursday, I guess it was, sun was shining, and I was just riding along probably with a goofy grin, and I just thought, as far as my soundtrack for my trip, I need to add John Denver's Sunshine. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy, and it certainly makes me happy. Makes me smile, inside and out. So I would add that, and then a while ago, a couple more I thought I should add to my soundtrack was Willie Nelson's version of Midnight Rider. Love that song. And then Johnny Cash's Big River. Big River is hands down my all-time favorite Johnny Cash song. I absolutely love that song. And if you haven't heard it, you need to, because it is super cool. That, and then as far as, my Christian stuff, I'd said before the doxology, but true, that and my other all-time favorite, without a doubt, my theme song, would be How Great Thou Art. And that would be that's verse on my tombstone type song. I mean, that is hands down, that and doxology are my two favorite, hymns or Christian songs, however you want to put it. But so yeah, that's my soundtrack up to date, my imaginary soundtrack in my head. Let's see what else. Just a lot of stuff about today, and I really, I don't want to drag it out too far. I might get shut down here any moment. I never know. But I have got couple videos loaded and delete it. I got one in process right now, which is a big 16-minute video from July 10th, I think it is, which that'd be nice to be able to clear that space, God willing, tomorrow. So yeah, let's see what else. Spent the afternoon though. We got to Fort Nelson about noon. Tangy and I split up then. He stayed there at the rec center, and he was going to potentially do some laundry and call his woman, use the Wi-Fi and swim in their pool and just, stuff like that. And he was going to stick around there, and I told him I was going to go get something to eat and, get Wi-Fi and charge my devices and all that as well. So he stayed there. I went down to Tim Hortons, spent probably a few hours doing all the above, that I just mentioned. And then I rolled out of there probably about 4 o'clock today. And then I just now was texting with Tangy. He said he's not making it out of town tonight. I did put a can of bug spray up by the road, off of this gravel road, so that he would know where to turn in, and in case he was coming behind me. But he said he's not making it out of town, and he's going to stick around and swim in the pool in the morning and all that good stuff. But we still might meet up down the road, Lord willing. We our routes are our destinations, the places we want to hit, the parks and all that are very similar with Banff and Jasper and Waterton and Glacier and all that. So we've got a lot of the same. There is a couple, I think in Alberta, he had mentioned that I'm not familiar with, I'm not hitting, but it doesn't mean that we still want to, cross again somewhere along the road. It should be cool, because Tangy's a great guy. I've really enjoyed you, brother. Him, and then trying to think, this was before I left Tim Hortons. I guess I was outside, and an English gentleman showed up. We talked bikes. He rides and all that, and he's, I'm going to say, up in his 70s, but his name was Gerard. And like I said, he was an English gentleman, and it was good to meet Gerard. And then on the road, which I've got a small video of it, I met Jurgen from Vancouver, and who was out of gas, and in his little VW bus. And I tell you, I had just filled up at the gas station that he was heading to, and it was literally, if I had to guess, I'm going to say within 3 miles down the road of the direction he was heading, the direction I was coming from. So thankfully, though, again, I had the Roto packs I've been carrying. Like I said, thankfully, I haven't needed it myself, but, the fact I'm carrying it, it's a blessing. It's always been insurance for myself is the way I see it, and it could not have worked out better this evening, being able to hook him up. And